Hello and welcome to my channel GreenLion Goddess Tarot. This is your daily reading for the 28th of February, and this is the beautiful new moon in Pisces. When I just closed my eyes then to tune into this, I saw a huge wave. It's like, felt like this big wave coming, which is a very Piscean theme, as Neptune rules the oceans and Neptune is the ruler of Pisces. So and fish in the ocean. So the Three of Wands, let's see what is coming in for this new moon. Even though it's a new moon and it's about new beginnings, it could also be around some very big karmic endings as well. So there is a lot of stuff that I would say be very gentle with your heart throughout this. And yeah, let's see. The Three of Wands, the Eight of Pentacles, the Page of Swords, the Justice card, and the Seven of Cups and the Nine of Swords. Okay, so it might be one of the, I noticed it last night. I'm a little bit tired today, actually, and normally I don't get this with the new moons. It's more the full moons, but I couldn't sleep last night. I went to lie down and just wide awake, and that's what this Nine of Swords is. Maybe this new moon's going to be one that keeps you awake. Your mind's just going tick, 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 and it's like, what's flowing in, what's flowing out of my life, what's ready to expand and grow, what am I mastering? It feels like there's just all these things kind of whirling around. You might have some dreams, or it might just be like, oh, there's just a lot on my mind. Until you get the message that there's a message here that's coming in from the Justice card, which is a contract. And I feel like it's a soul contract. It's an Akashic record soul contract that's coming in. It's like I'm really working hard to get that message, but you're not going to get it logically. And so that's why this Nine of Swords is like, no matter how much your mind wants to make sense of it and wants to get the message and wants to understand the messages of this new moon, and you've got a very open, you could have a very open mind to how that's going to land. It's coming in a different way. Of course, it's coming in the Seven of Cups, which is the cups, the water, the Pisces energy, the clouded energy around it. It's visionary. There's a vision forming here, and there's new options coming up around that, but it might be clouded at first. So it emerges from a different place, more like an intuition, a feeling, as opposed to something logical here with the Page of Swords. So it may not be that things are super clear at this moment in time. It feels like you just need to kind of surrender to what's flowing in and flowing out. As I said that, it's like the cicadas, I don't know if you hear them, just kind of got really loud. It's like, ooh, like a conductor was like conducting the cicadas. Now for a crescendo. And it's very imaginative and dreamy and intuitive and psychic, this new moon. So while you're kind of there going, oh, okay, what's the new thing? I'm setting my intention and feeling like I'm working with this. It is like that wave. It's just like the wave represents, I always have this recurring dream about these waves coming, and waves can mean so many different things. They can be waves of emotion. They can be waves of intuition. They can be waves of energy consciousness. Some people have prophetic dreams about waves, but it feels very much like there's this sort of wave of collective energy that's coming in across us, that it's like we've got to wait for this wave to come through in our dreams. And if we're lying awake and not dreaming or not working through our intuition and our subconscious, it's going to take a little bit longer for this to come through. But it feels like we're all in this sort of very Piscean wave of energy that's coming through with this. And they're showing me it comes in and it washes things out. It's like this big wave. It peaks probably around right on the new moon. It peaks in intensity, and then as it flows through, it washes away what needs to be cleared and washed away. And it sort of almost feels like, I don't even know what that is. Just feels like something shifted deep inside. So I just think you don't need to make sense of this one just yet. Even though we did see that in the days coming up to this, we're being given glimpses of what the seed could be. But now that we're kind of more in the dark moon energy, they're saying let go of any kind of need to know or understand, or let go of any expectation. And it's just about surrendering and submerging into the energy. Feel that wave, that energy wave that comes through, or that emotional, intuitive wave. And yeah, some of you might have a sleepless night, or they're just saying logically you're it's not going to work. Working with this new moon logically. So it's funny because it feels like just the only major arcana is the Justice card, which is saying, yes, there is contracts coming in around this, soul contracts. And you might hear of things. You might hear of things from other people as well around contracts, or people, contracts, ending contracts, new beginnings, things like that are coming in from a high soul contract, Akashic record, energy, like perspective that comes through. So it definitely feels a little bit like we need to ride this wave. And I mean, maybe with the Justice card and the Page of Swords, maybe there is some kind of new contractual agreement that comes through, but it's not clear yet. Nothing is going to be super clear with this. The only thing they're showing me that's going to be clear is the quietness, the going within, and being able to experience this wave that I saw, whatever that means, and however you experience that. And like I said, the Justice card is the only major arcana. So this is like the big energy around it, soul contract. And these are all the little smaller human parts of us that are trying to make sense of it. And there's kind of something bigger at play here with this, because it's such a powerful new moon. It's so potent with the North Node and Neptune and all the energies that the Sun, the Moon, Mercury in Pisces, Saturn in Pisces. So many planets are in Pisces at the moment. There's mysterious forces at play. It's very mysterious and mystical new moon. So some of you might have some very interesting visions and mystical experiences. That's something that could come through with it. There might be just amazing and intuitive knowings and visions. But it may be that sense that I think it's going to need a little bit of time, this one, to fully grasp or realise what it is or understand it. So is there anything else that we want to... They want to bring me to the birds on top of the Page of Swords. So I'll just hold it up for you. So the birds, for me, always represent freedom. So, and it could be a winged messenger. So it could be a message from the divine coming in, or even from the other side, from somebody who's passed over, or even messages around that could come through as well. But there's just these messages connected to birds that could be spirit messages that are coming in, or messages about freedom. But I just keep getting spirit messages. So have an open mind. They're flying around up here in the ether. They're a long way. They're up much higher. They're saying there's sort of like a distance. They're up there in this higher consciousness, and now this here in our 3D reality are trying to connect into it. So there's a little bit of an energetic distance between us and these messages, but at the same time we can get there through practices, meditation. This is a perfect moon to meditate in, or do any of your spiritual practices that I know that many of you have. So, yeah, this is the little key. The Page of Swords represents our mind and the messages that we will be receiving. And there could be just a lot going on inside our heads trying to make sense of that. It may not necessarily be super logical, and you don't... The thing with the Nine of Swords is I feel like that's nighttime. It's the dark moon. That can be phantoms and fears as well that's coming up. So just be aware if that's coming through. There's nothing else here that would suggest that. So there could be some fears and worries that are coming up that are not necessarily playing out here. So just be aware if you kind of have that 3 a.m. wake up and your mind's going ticky, 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 ticking around, and you're thinking about something, or you just got a lot on your mind, a lot of things to do. This is more about your mind tuning out and switching off than actually trying to do all those things. If you're worrying or anxious, or you've just got the to-do list going around and around and around, especially at night, it's not really doing anything. It's not going to come up with any solution here. The solution's coming in a different way. So it's almost like just find a way to let it go. Listen to a meditation or something. And yeah, you could have a very interesting night's sleep. That's all I'm saying. So that's the new moon energy. I'm looking forward to seeing where this is going. Thank you so much for joining me. Please like, subscribe, share, leave a comment. Love to read your comments, and take care.